Yoga for concentration and related asanas. Sukhasana. Procedure. Sit down normally on the floor. Now cross your legs and broaden your knees in order that you can slip your both foot under the opposite knees. Keep your feet loose in order that the external edges lay on the floor and the inner curves are settled beneath the inverse leg. Your thighs and crossed leg out to frame a little triangle. Keep some space between your feet and pelvis. Now sit with your buttock in a neutral position. Attempt to hold for a breath or two, and after that gradually bring down yourself back onto the floor. Balance your tailbone and pubic bone in a manner that they are equidistant from the floor. Keep your hands on your knees with palm facing down and expand your tailbone against the floor. You can keep your hands in Jnana Mudra. Actually, Sukhasana is derived from the Sanskrit word Sukham, which signifies delight or bliss, and Asana signifies posture. This is meditative and relaxing pose. Benefits. It stretches your spine and broadens your collarbone and chest. It calms your mind. Kick out anxiety, stress and mental tiredness. It helps in improving body posture and reducing fatigue. It gives gentle massage to your knees, calf muscles and thighs, and also gives strength to your back. Contraindications. Individuals who are experiencing backache or back agony should not stay in this position for over 5 minutes. People with knee injuries are advised not to sit in this position for a long time. Tadasana is called mountain pose. The word Tadasana, Tada means palm tree or mountain, and meaning of asana is posture or seat. So this asana is called Tadasana. Procedure. Stand straight on the ground and take a small gap between your feet. With deep breath, inhale, raise your both arms. Keep your arms upward by interlocking your fingers. Now come on the toes by raising your heels simultaneously. Feel the pressure on of stretching from toes to fingers. Try to maintain this pose as long as you can do with slow and deep breathing. Now come to the original position with deep breathing or exhale. You can perform the number of rounds as per your convenience. Benefits. Due to deep breathing, it improves or provides strength and expansion to the lungs, develops and activates the nerves of the entire body. It gives strength to vertebral column and heart, gives strength to arms, legs and increase height. It reduces the problem of flat feet. Contraindications. Person who is suffering from headache, low blood pressure and insomnia are advised to avoid this asana. During pregnancy, skip these asanas. Padmasana, lotus pose. The word Padmasana is a Sanskrit word which means lotus flower. So it also known as the lotus pose. It is called because of the lotus-like formation which made by our legs during this asana. Procedure. Sit on the floor and stretch your legs. Your legs should be straight in front. Hold the right leg in both the hands. Fold the legs slowly and place it on your left thigh. Ensure that your feet should touch your navel. Same like earlier, fold the left knee and hold it with both hands and place it on the right thigh close to the other. At this point, your both knees should touch the floor and the foot should face upwardly. Your spinal cord should be straight Your both hands should be together or put the palm facing upside on the knees joint, and the thumb must touch your index finger and the other finger should face the upward. Breathing process should be slowly and deeply. Inhale and exhale and focus on your breathing. Do this asana for 2 to 3 minutes. In the beginning stage, once you are used to, then increase the time 15 to 30 minutes. Benefits: it helps in improving the concentration power and it will calm the brain also. It helps to preserve vital fluid in the body and prevents abdominal diseases and female disorder connected with the reproductive system or organs. It can also help in the stretches, the ankle and knees. Contraindications: in case you have undergone a recent knee surgeries, please avoid. Don't perform this asana if you are suffering from severe back pain and sprain in the leg. Sasankasana, rabbit pose. Sit down on the floor with a simple or on yoga mat. Sit comfortably in Vajrasana and keep your palms on your thighs. Inhale and raise your hand straight upward and stretch. Now exhale and bend forward. Try to touch your nose or chin to the ground. Keep your arms stretched and palm on the ground. Stay in this position as long as possible and keep your breath out. But if you want to stay for longer, then start breathing normally. Then slowly inhale and rise up with straight arms. Exhale and bring back your hands down and keep your palms on your thighs. This is a complete cycle of Sasankasana. The practice can be repeated 5 to 10 times as per the convenience of time and comfort. Sasankasana is called rabbit pose because as this asana resembles a rabbit in the final position. Benefits: relaxation posture, tone the pelvic muscles, massage the abdominal muscles, give a good relaxation stretch to the spine. Contraindications: suffering from any recent neck, spine, back injuries and slip disc should avoid this asana. People with high blood pressure and cardiovascular disorders should avoid doing these asanas. Naukasana, boat pose. Naukasana means boat, asana means posture. This posture has been named after the shape it takes of a boat. Procedure: lie on your back with your feet together and arms beside your body. Take a deep breath in and as you exhale, lift your chest and feet off the ground, stretching your arms forward, your feet and towards your feet. Your eyes, fingers and toes should be in a line. Feel the tension in your navel area as the abdominal muscles contract. Keep breathing deeply and easily while maintaining the pose. As you exhale, come back to the ground slowly and relax. Benefits: strengthen the back and abdominal muscles, tone the leg and arm muscles, useful for people with hernia. Contraindications: do not practice this pose if you have low blood pressure, severe headache and migraine. If you have suffered from some chronic diseases or a spinal disorder in the recent past, you should avoid this asana. Asthma and heart patients are advisable to avoid this pose. Women should avoid during pregnancy. Vrikshasana, tree pose. Vriksh means tree, asana means posture. This posture reflects the graceful, steady stance of a tree. It requires keeping our eyes open in order to maintain body balance. Procedure. Stand tall and straight with arms by the side of your body. Bend your right knee and place the right foot high up on your left thigh. Make sure that your left leg is straight. Find your balance. Once you are well balanced, take a deep breath in gracefully. Raise your arm over your head from the side and bring your palm together in Namaste Mudra, hands folded position. Look straight ahead in front of you at a distant object and keep your spine straight. Your entire body should be taut like a stretched elastic band. Keep taking in long deep breath. With slow exhalation, gently bring down your hands from the sides. You may gently release the right leg. Stand tall and straight as you did at the beginning of the posture. Repeat this posture with left leg off the ground on the right thigh. Benefits: it stretches the leg, back and arms. It brings balance and equilibrium to your mind. It helps improve concentration. Helps those who are suffering from sciatica. Contraindications: avoid doing this posture if you are suffering from migraine, insomnia, low or high blood pressure. Those who are suffering from high blood pressure may do this posture but without raising their hands overhead, as this may further raise their blood pressure. Garudasana, eagle pose. Garud means eagle, asana means pose. Eagle pose or Garudasana requires a combination of balance, strength and flexibility. Procedure. Begin by standing in Tadasana. Bend your knees and lift your left foot up to cross it over the right one. Ensure the right foot is firmly placed on the floor and the left thigh is over the right thigh. Your left foot toes should be pointing downward. Bring your arms forward while keeping them parallel to the floor. Cross the right arm over the left one and bend your elbows so that your arms are now perpendicular to the floor. Ensure that the back of your hands are facing each other. Slowly turn the hands so that the palm face each other. Pressing the palm together, stretch the fingers upward, keeping your gaze focused as one place. Stay in this pose for a couple of breaths. Slowly release the hands and bring them to the side of your body. Raise your left leg and place it back on the floor and slowly come back into Tadasana position. Benefits: stretches the hips, thighs, calves, shoulders and upper back. Improve balance. Helps elevate sciatica and rheumatism. Loosen the legs and hips muscles, making them more flexible. Contraindications: avoid practicing this pose if you had a recent knee, ankle or elbow injuries. Relaxation technique for improving concentration is called Yog Nidra. Yog Nidra comes from the Indian yoga tradition. Yog Nidra is known as yogic sleep, is a meditation and conscious relaxation practice that is intended to induce total physical, mental and emotional relaxation. It is said that an hour of yoga nidra can be as restorative as 4 hours of regular sleep. The technique could be described as a lying down form of meditation that uses the whole body as a focus of awareness. Practitioners say that with regular practice, Yog Nidra, like meditation, can have profound physiological psychological and spiritual benefits such as ease insomnia, decrease anxiety and stress, reduce chronic pain and chemical dependency, transform negative habits, behaviors, and ways of thinking, foster feeling of peace, calm, and clarity. Steps of Yoga Nidra. Physical position. Yoga Nidra is generally practiced lying down so you can get into a totally comfortable or restful position. Attention. A typical Yoga Nidra practice is highly guided and takes your attention to specific places through a series of steps. State of consciousness. During Yoga Nidra, you move into the state of conscious deep sleep. However, your mind is actually awake, so it is often discussed as the state between being asleep or awake. This is why it is said that Yoga Nidra is so restorative for the body. In both practices, the mind is conscious. In Yoga Nidra, the body is in a more restful state. Yoga Nidra practice. It is best done with voice guidance, as in a class or listening to a CD. Otherwise, may simply fall asleep or become distracted. Many people find it easier to surrender to the relaxation process if they don't have to think about what they are doing. You may find that you become so relaxed that you fall asleep during the practice. This is fine. The aim of Yoga Nidra is to serve the interface between sleeping and waking consciousness. Usually, your guide's voice will bring you back to a semi-conscious state.